The other one under double figures, Racy Dancer at $9. Well, this is the time of the year when the adrenaline just gets higher and higher. Spring Carnival time in Melbourne. For race 1, it's now good afternoon to John Russell.
Thank you, Rod. Good afternoon to you. And they're set for the first of the day here. Nice mild day here at Caulfield. Day 3 of the VATC Spring Carnival about to get underway, and they're off to a good start. Desert Light beat them out near the inside, landed about a length clear of Racy Dancer, who was away quickly, and also El Strada began quickly and is looking for the early lead and getting it as they go past the 1400 metre mark and race up the hill. El Strada takes the lead by a length and a half. Desert Light on the inside of Don't Say Goodbye. Close in behind them, Racy Dancer, followed by Tangaraja. Half a length further back is Mighty Impulse, who's next to last, and Knight's Opera is last of all. They race onto the railway side. El Strada showing out by over a length to Don't Say Goodbye. Close in behind them on the rails, then Desert Light, a length further back, Racy Dancer, followed by Tangaraja. Further back, second last was Mighty Impulse, and 2 lengths away at the back of the field is Knight's Opera as they come down with about 900 metres left to travel. El Strada showing out nearly a length on Don't Say Goodbye. 2 lengths further back, Desert Light over on the inside of Racy Dancer, a length and a half, Mighty Impulse. Moving around the outside there of Tangaraja, and 2 lengths away is Knight's Opera. Coming up towards the 700 metre mark, El Strada showing out about a half length to Don't Say Goodbye, is close handy. Just in behind them, Racy Dancer on the rails, then Desert Light, Mighty Impulse taking closer order. A length and a half further back being hunted up now as Tangaraja and Knight's Opera last of all as they commence the run around the home turn. 500 metres left to go, and it's Don't Say Goodbye moving up on the outside to take the lead from El Strada, who can't go on. Over on the outside, Racy Dancer just in behind them. Desert Light getting a nice run through there, and Mighty Impulse will have to go 5 deep at the top of the straight with about 300 metres left to go. Mighty Impulse has raced up on the outside to tackle Don't Say Goodbye. Racy Dancer was battling on well in the centre, and back in behind them Desert Light, and a good long gap to Tangaraja, but Mighty Impulse is drawn clear in the final stages. It's too good and make it 2 in a row, and Mighty Impulse comes down to score well. Mighty Impulse 2.5 lengths to Racy Dancer, half a length away in third place Don't Say Goodbye, followed by further back there Desert Light, Tangaraja. Well back as Knight's Opera second last, and El Strada has run last. Number 1, the winner, Mighty Impulse, ridden by Stephen King. Carbon copy of his good win at Sandown when he scored in great style there, and winning well here this afternoon, raced by the Racing is Fun Limited Syndicate, managed by David Trevethan and Rod Lyons at 3-rail chestnut colt by Dew Door out of Stars Grace. And there he is going to the line under the guidance of Stephen King for an easy victory. Just going on to score. Hands and heels there. And a comfortable winner over Racy Dancer, who's battled on well for second, ridden by Brian York. And Don't Say Goodbye, ridden by Darren Beedman in third place. Official in the Liz Davenport Plate, the first race here on 1,000 Guineas Day, and the winner is the favourite, Mighty Impulse. So punters off to a good start. He's won by about 2.5 to 3 lengths there, nearly on the line over Racy Dancer. Don't Say Goodbye. Desert Light had every possible chance. He had the split there to take if he was good enough, but he wasn't, and he's run fourth, and Tangaraja in 5th place. As we check all details again, Mighty Impulse coming back to scale after a good strong win there, and going on to score in very easy fashion. And we'll pay $2.20 and $1.40. $2.20, $1.40 Mighty Impulse. Number 3, Racy Dancer at $3.50. Insufficient starters for a third tote dividend. The first Quinella has paid $11.30. $11.30. Mighty Impulse, Stephen King, defeating Racy Dancer, Brian York. Don't Say Goodbye, written by Darren Beedman. The time 1:36.31. 1:36.31. And he's a nice looker, as you see here. Lovely colt by Judor. Coming back to scale, the trifecta at $37.40. Back to Rod, race number 2 here at Caulfield, the Debutante Stakes at 12 after 1.
And a great day of racing today coming up from Caulfield. And incidentally, Brendan Parnell trackside today to bring you up to date with all of the latest news. Now at Rosehill Gardens, one more special for the Sydney meeting. Race 7, the Mazda Handicap, for horses that haven't won more than one metropolitan race over 2,000 metres.
A for the 1,000 guineas. And here he is trackside as we take you to Caulfield. Here's Brendan.
Thanks, Hilton. Welcome to Caulfield, the home of the great Caulfield Cup, the Blue Diamond Stakes for 2-year-old. We're here today for the 1,000 guineas, a 3-year-old fillies classic. One of the key riders, one of Melbourne's top riders is Damien Oliver. How are you, Damien?
Good, thanks.
Let's talk about a few of your rides today in the big races today. Kensington Palace, plenty of tips around for her, and she looks like a real Oaks filly.
Yeah, she's got great form. She's, you know, she's been running on in everything lately, and you know, this is probably still a little bit short for her, but confident with a little bit more pace in the race that she can be hard to beat.
All the wraps are for Mahogany and Accomplice, the likes of those, but you're on board Red Hope in the Chirnside.
Yeah, he's been a great old horse, hasn't he? You know, he's won, you know, I think something like 20 races or something, and he's been a great old horse. This is probably a little bit stronger class of race than what he's been racing against, but you know he's going to not disgrace himself. He'll run his usual honest race, and what a great race it is.
Can you give us a leg up for Piccadilly Circus in the second?
I've only ridden her once or twice. You know, she's gone along okay. You know, it's very hard to tell with the other horses in the race what they go like, but you know, she's a chance. She'll need a little bit of luck from the outside gate. They're a bit of a lottery, these 2-year-old races. We just hope she does everything right and she can be in it.
Just briefly, Marble Hall's a very exciting horse. Are you excited about the Caulfield Cup?
Yeah, very excited. He's going well. I worked him here this morning, and you know, very happy with his work, and all systems go. Hopefully we can draw a good barrier.
Here's Canberra.
Potence away quite well. Now, Popular Gentleman went into a bit of a break there. He's going to lose a lot of ground. An on-settling Resonator Dollar showing a lot of toe is coming across quickly. Larissa's Friend in the centre showing speed, so's Hacksaw. Then Lawmar Vic behind them, Prepotence the favourite, getting into a good spot. Then Anita Gosling and Fidget. And the last runner tailed off is Popular Gentleman. Now in front, Hacksaw's gone for a bit of a skip there, and in fact he's losing ground, the leader. Going round them, Resonator Dollar together with Larissa's Friend. Favourite Prepotence gets to third now. Hacksaw going roughly on the inside. Past it goes Anita Gosling. Likewise Fidget. Third last now, Lawmar Vic over Hacksaw, who's gone roughly. Tailed off Popular Gentleman. On the side, 950 to run now, 31.9. The first quarter, 1,000 to run. Resonator Dollar shows the way. In behind the leader, it's Larissa's Friend. Prepotence caught without cover, going quickly on the outside. Fidget gets to fourth as they turn the corner for the bell. Locked away behind them, we've got Hacksaw. On the outside of it, Anita Gosling. Last of the main division, it's Lawmar Vic, and still tailed off Popular Gentleman. In the straight now, they hear the bell with 900 to run, and the favourite's taken over. 31.9 the first quarter, the second in 31.8. And Prepotence on his way home runs to the lead, gets 3 or 4 metres clear now. Resonator Dollar moving up on the outside, Anita Gosling. Larissa's Friend off the inside into the 1-1, then Hacksaw. He's covered on the outside by Fidget, Lawmar Vic. Popular Gentleman last. Down the back straight though, 600 to run, and in front Prepotence seems to be doing it all right. On the outside, getting to a clear second, Anita Gosling. Then Resonator Dollar inside of Larissa's Friend, Hacksaw, and next is Fidget. But they're about to leave the back straight. Prepotence still held together, leads by a head to Anita Gosling. They get clear now of Resonator Dollar, then Larissa's Friend. Hacksaw, and out wider it's Fidget together with Lawmar Vic. But before the corner on the side, up the back in 32.3, and Prepotence and Anita Gosling are locked together. They're well clear of Resonator Dollar. Popular Gentleman's made up a lot of ground, then Lawmar Vic, but in the straight, and Prepotence at the moment, he shook off the challenge of Anita Gosling. Favourite looks like taking out the first, and Prepotence racing away with it. Scores by 8 metres on the line, Anita Gosling. Third, Resonator Dollar. Then Popular Gentleman, a big run it. Lawmar Vic next over Hacksaw. Larissa's Friend, and Fidget is last of all.
Action-packed first event from Canberra. Plenty of gallopers there. 9, 7 and 6. 160 is what they pay on. Caulfield Race 2, Funster $3. Yalla's Polonaise, 9.20. 23 for Delightful Miss, 57 for Danzig Star. Mad Dam is 29. Interesting name, that one. Now over to the others. Good money here for Piccadilly Circus, 7.50, number 10. Number 12 is Quack, $12. Rare Bit, 17. Rain Danzig, 10. And down to 17 through 20, $17 for 17. That's Precious. The selections there are 10, 1 and 2 from John Russell. Well, let's take you trackside once again to Caulfield, and here again is Brendan.
Thanks for that, Hilton. Approaching start time here, and that move on the betting market's been reflected with number 10 Piccadilly Circus being very well supported in betting for this race in a couple of points, and there is some smart money around. It is by Royal Academy, a sire of more distance style horses in the famous Coolmore colours, one of the first time we've seen them racing in Australia. Those colours made famous by Thunder Gulch in a Kentucky Derby, and also by Desert King in a recent Irish Derby. Well, that's a look at the latest in betting from here at the track. As you can see behind me, a big crowd in for a Fillies Classic, the 1,000 Guineas, and it's been one of the most famous pointers to the VRC Oaks for many, many racing seasons here in Victoria. Okay, that's the latest from the track. Hilton, back to you.
Okay, Brendan, and that race is coming up very shortly.
Ready? set and racing. Good start too. One of the first to jump out towards the outside. Delightful Miss in company with Madame. And away quickly Piccadilly Circus is gathering speed, and so is Funster along the inside going forward towards the leader. And they were followed closely by Quack, and just in behind them over on the outside then is Yellow Polonaise being followed closely by That's Precious. Norway Stars on the rails, a length and a half. Booney Jammer followed by Danzig Star. Further back in the field into Pearl, followed well back by Progress Lass on the inside of Aromatica. And Rain Dancing's a long way back, followed by Rosebird. And That's Bits' last of all as they come into the straight. Funster is the leader, travelling well, a length and a half. Piccadilly Circus coming down the outside. Delightful Miss just in behind them. A good long gap further back as Quack, and they're followed by Lady Melbury. But Piccadilly Circus has raced well clear with about 150 metres left to go, and travelling very sweetly. Piccadilly Circus coming home well down the outside when the race is over is Lady Melbury, and down the outside Danzig Star. But Piccadilly Circus, he's down on the post, a most impressive winner. 1 2.5 lengths to Lady Melbury. Head away third Danzig Star, then Pearl. Aromatics behind them, followed by Quack, and back in behind them is Delightful Miss. A good long gap then to Madame, followed by Yellow Polonaise well back there with Rosebird. Booney Jammer. Funster's finished a mile back with Rain Dancing, followed by Madame, and Rare Bits well back with Norway Star, and last of all Progress Lass. That has absolutely blitzed them. Once he let it go, that was it. There he is, having a look around to see where the others were. Just hands and heels from a wide barrier there, so it's been a most impressive debut by this filly by Royal Academy in the Lee Friedman stable. In Piccadilly Circus pays $5 and $2.10. Another look by Damien Oliver, just hands and heels to the post, and she has absolutely blitzed them. Number 10, Piccadilly Circus, Damien Oliver, in the second of the day here at Caulfield, raced by Mrs. S. Mania, M. Kerwin, D. Grimley, that's Michael Kerwin, and Duncan Grimley with Ken Barry, a part owner, D. O'Byrne, and E. Ewan, or E. Ewan, that is, and trained for them by Lee Friedman at Caulfield. First run today, very, very impressive, as you see here, and easily accounting for Lady Melbury and Danzig Star. Piccadilly Circus, ridden by Damien Oliver, $5, $2.10. Number 18, second, Lady Melbury, $7. And the third placing goes to number 6, Danzig Star. Will pay $14.60. 10, 18 and 16. 10, 18, 16. Piccadilly Circus. There's the winner. Number 18, second, Lady Melbury, and number 6, third, Danzig Star. 10, 18 and 6. Official, check those. 10, 18, 6. Piccadilly Circus.
As betting on odds or evens, we're in. Updating Caulfield, Miss Tesla is 8.10. Tenicity 14, Blazing Home 15, Ciao Baby 670, Touch of Fantasy 11, Batochi 480, Pray for Rain 640. They are racing at Canberra, 21 a Splard, and Tippy at $12. Here's David Steele.
Showing good speed, Wild Mission. Matahu going quickly. Gasney is into a good spot, and Solidar through quickly from the second line. Speed Lane is caught wide on the first turn. Minto gets to third last over Electric, and Lee's Replacement is last of all. Young Bwerkener has worked to the lead now on Wild Mission. He takes over a lap and 3/4 out. Scoots away by 8 metres now to Sally's Lass. Third is Solidar, getting to a clear third now. Matahu races without cover. Through on the inside goes Electric, covered by Gasnier. Third last is Minto. Lee's Replacement caught a little bit wide going forward, and last of all is Lee's Replacement. First section, run in 32, and Wild Mission's a brilliant beginner. 1100 out, he leads by 6 metres. Second is Sally's Last. Solidar comes off the inside now to avoid the pocket. Matahu in the centre and caught a bit deep at this stage, Lee's Replacement. Electric making ground on the inside, and the last three are Gasnier well back now over Speed Lane. Minto's been squeezed out to last. In the straight, 8.50 to run, and Wild Mission doing it okay. Solidar didn't want to risk the pocket. He's up to second now, 1.5 metres away. Caught on a limb as they leave the judge behind them. Second quarter, 31.4 is Lee's Replacement. Sally's Lass in the centre, Electric behind the leader. Speed Lane on the inside there of Matahu. Second last, Gasnier, and last of all is Minto. 650 out, they're on their way home now, and Solidar gets to within 1 metre of the leader, which is Wild Mission. Electric lying third, Sally's Lass fourth under a bit of pressure. Likewise for Lee's Replacement. Then Speed Lane well back, Matahu, Gasnier. Last of all is Minto. About to leave the back straight now, though, quickened up to 30.5. Wild Mission doing it okay at the 250. He's 3 metres in front now of Solidar, who's been called upon as the leader gets away. Electric to a clear third. Then Sally's Last, Lee's Replacement from a mile back, Gasnier, but around the corner, and he really clicked up the leader. Wild Mission got away from them. Electric gets to second. Solidar, the favourite, can't go on. Then Gasnier, a late finisher, but in front and clear. Wild Mission takes it out easily. Wild Mission scores. Second, Electric. Third, Solidar, and then Gasnier, a reasonable run over Sally's Last, Matahu. Lee's Replacement had a tough trip over Minto and tailed off Speed Lane.
Some pretty poor drives in that punters. 3 Wild Mission, 350, 330. The driver on the second horse basically did not have to do a thing. He's followed the pegs throughout. Everyone wanted to leave the pegs. He's run second, and 7 Solidar has run third. 3, 9 and 7, Canberra race 2. Caulfield, Miss Tesla, 8.20. Ciao Baby, $7. 6 Touch of Fantasy. The Territory-owned South Australian trained horse at $11. Batochi, 4.20. Pray for Rain is 5.80. And it's 14 for 11 Tippy. Selections there are 7, 8 and 5. Let's go back again to Caulfield on 1,000 Guineas Day. Here's Brendan.
Thanks for that, Hilton. Back here on the track. The firm money on the track is for Batochi and Pray for Rain. I'm joined by Pray for Rain's trainer, Leon Corstens, formerly with Bart Cummings, and you're doing a great job now out on your own.
Yeah, we've had a little bit of success, so it's been going pretty good.
Tell us about this mare. She finished very close to them in the South Australian Oaks, a Group 1 back in May. This must be a lot easier.
Yeah, it is. She's one of those mares. She's been plagued by a little bit of bad luck every time she has a run. I'm hoping today that'll all desert her, and we'll go past the winning pace first.
She went round in a Group 3 last time out. This has to be considerably easier than that as well.
Yeah, even in the Group 3 race the other day, she missed a kick a little bit, and she found a bit of trouble again, and I thought it was unlucky not to run a place.
Well, in the bookies ring, she's been very solid. What's your opinion? What should we be telling the punters?
I think she's got a great each-way chance.
Leon, nice to catch up with you, and all the best in your endeavours as a trainer. You're going really well.
Thanks very much, Brendan.
Leon Corstens, who used to be the Melbourne foreman for the Cups King Bart Cummings for more than 2 decades, and now has got a great record as a trainer. And Hilton, Pray for Rain and Batochi, as I mentioned, are both very firm here in betting.
All right, Brendan, back for that mare's race very shortly.
Above the crowd. Favourite for this event, the Charles Kerville handicap for the mares is Batochi number 7, $4.10. And above the crowd completes the line at the 1600. They're ready to run. Stand by for a start. They're off. And Chow Baby jumped nicely near the inside in company with Miss Tesla. Esplade was well away with Chevelle, Place and Tippy. And over on the outside, Marrow Match being followed by Tonicity, and just in behind them, Touch of Fantasy, very wide above the crowd. They're followed by Decidity getting back in the field over on the outside of Blazing Home, and Pray for Rain has dropped out to last. Racing over the hill at the 1200 metre mark, Esplade takes the lead in company with Marrow Match. A length further back, Tonicity on the outside of Chow Baby. Close up behind them, then came above the crowd. Miss Tesla's in that leading group. Over on the inside is Tippy being followed by Touch of Fantasy. A length and a half then to Decidity, followed by Chevelle Place. Batochi got back to third last on the rails. A length and a half, Blazing Home and Pray for Rain as last of all. They're on the railway side with 900 metres to run. Esplade the leader by a half length to Marrow Match. Close up behind them, wide there is Tonicity, being followed closely by above the crowd making ground. So is Miss Tesla in the centre. Chow Baby down on the inside and going up 4 deep there is Touch of Fantasy. A length and a half further back is Tippy, being followed closely at the head of the others then by Pray for Rain, and just in behind them Decidity. Batochi still a fair way back in the field with Chevelle Place, and Blazing Home had dropped out to last as they come around the home turn. 500 metres out, Tonicity takes up the running about a length in advance of Touch of Fantasy. Then on the outside is above the crowd, very deep, followed by Miss Tesla as they straighten up behind them. Esplade, Marrow Match, a good long gap then to Batochi, and further back in the field Decidity, and very wide Pray for Rain. Well in the straight, coming to the 200 metre mark now, and Touch of Fantasy takes the lead from Tonicity. Finishing fast in behind them is Batochi, followed by Chow Baby, Miss Tesla. The leader is Touch of Fantasy. Batochi finishing very fast, and Chevelle Place over on the outside is swamping them. Chevelle Place on the outside, hit the front. Chevelle Place has won it from Batochi. Chow Baby a close third. Fourth, Touch of Fantasy, followed by Miss Tesla. Then Decidity behind them. Pray for Rain, followed next home by above the crowd and Tippy, and further back Blazing Home, Tonicity, Marrow Match, and last Esplade. Chevelle Place on a firm track today. Swamped them in the last little bit. $7.30 and $2.70. Winning double for Lee Friedman. And a winning double also for jockey Damien Oliver. And there she is, coming with a scorching run to beat Batochi and Chow Baby in the Charles Kerville handicap. Victory to number 5, Chevelle Place, Damien Oliver. Raced by Mr. and Mrs. Ray Orloff and Mr. and Mrs. P. Terracall. A 4-year-old chestnut mare by Snippets out of Deep Show. Winning by about a half length on the line to Batochi, who had trouble getting a clear run at one stage in the straight there, but had plenty of time after that. She's run on well. Batochi, ridden by Stephen King, and Chow Baby is third. Number 4, ridden by Brian York. So 5, 7 and 4, $7.30, $2.70. Chevelle Place defeating number 7, Batochi, $1.70. Number 4, Chow Baby, ridden by Brian York. The time was 1:36.37. Race 4 to follow here. The Nissan Forklifts Welter Handicap at 2:24.
Murray Bridge.
birthday can be with his foot up, right ankle up, with some crushed ice. Now, the favourite here is Ephesus.
Galloped on that first corner, going right back to last. Through missing the trouble, What a Whizzer, Smooth Cloud. So did Accelerant and Harley Cycle. And after a good beginning, Fine Irish is tailing out to last. Around the home turn now, they've more than 2 to run. And working to the lead, it's Televised, trying to slow off the tempo. Televised in front, leading by 5 or 6 metres to Frosty Whiz in behind. Glory B is third. Fourth and Indian File, What a Whizzer, then Smooth Cloud, Accelerant. Harley Cycle moving up on the outside, and a long way back last of all is Fine Irish. Lead time 40 seconds neat, that's only moderate as they work to the back, a lap and 3/4 out now, and in control it's Televised, going keenly out by nearly 2 lengths to Frosty Whiz, who has a good drop on the leader. Likewise there for Glory B third. Then What a Whizzer, she's fourth at the moment, a lap and a half out. Smooth Cloud next, about to be put in a pocket as Harley Cycle slides up the outside. Accelerant onto its back, and forget all about Fine Irish. That's the order, leading the home straight now, or the back straight. 950 to run. He's got a good grip on this leader, Televised. First quarter, they slowed up to 32.8. Shows the way by 4.5 metres. In the centre, it's Glory B. Out 3 wide and doing it tough, What a Whizzer. Behind the leader, Frosty Whiz. Harley Cycles in the centre. Back on the inside there, Smooth Cloud over Accelerant. He's the last of the real winning possibilities. Forget all about Fine Irish. They're about to say hello to the judge and the bell. 850 to run now, second quarter. Left behind them in 31.6. Televised has done it all right in the middle half. Shows the way by 4 metres to Glory B. What a Whizzer's had no luck out on a limb 3 deep. Frosty Whiz behind the leader. He waits on a run. Harley Cycle in the centre over Smooth Cloud. And Accelerant is last, Fine Irish out of it. The back street has been reached now. 550 to run, and Televised still going reasonably. The outside, Glory B. What a Whizzer still grinding away. He's had a tough trip though. Frosty Whiz looking for a run. Here's Accelerant starting to sweep into the race, out 3 and 4 wide as they leave the back straight. Quickening up to 30.5 now, and Televised under some pressure. What a Whizzer won't lie down. He refuses to give up. Accelerant out 3 wide on the track before the turn. They've dropped off Frosty Whiz and Smooth Cloud, but around the corner nearly 3 in line. Televised being grabbed in the centre by What a Whizzer. Out wider, Accelerant looks a real danger. Then Frosty Whiz and Harley Cycle still on the inside. Televised a narrow leader. Accelerant's nearly got it though, the outside on the Wagga horse. Drove to the lead near home, and Accelerant just wins. Second, I'd say Televised. Third in the centre, What a Whizzer. What a run. Fourth, Harley Cycle over Frosty Whiz. Didn't give a yelp. Glory B next over Smooth Cloud. Tailed off throughout is Fine Irish.
To right, David. Third horse went terrific. What a Whizzer at 120, but no value there. 6 Accelerant, 450 Super Tab, 520 New South Wales. Caulfield in a minute. Coal Tar is $8. Power and Glory 22. Number 4 Grey Concept at 470. 530 for Just Sterling. Bullwinkle is 20. Worry Sand 530. Over to 9 Fonzarelli 880. All others are over double figures. Dual Honour at 15. Runners are moving in at Caulfield. 2 in line, 3 in line. Sandown.
Constant Voltage, bit towy. They're off now. And Great Concept on the outside was the first to jump out from War Dancer, who began well with Power and Glory, and going fast just in behind them, Worry Sand, being followed closely over on the inside by Just Sterling, who's gathering pace quickly, and they were followed by Burra Hill, has all in the firing line, and he's followed after a gap in the field by Bullwinkle, dropping back along the inside. Fonzarelli second last, and Dual Honour is last of all. Burra Hill lads the leader at the 800 metre mark, about a half length to Power and Glory, just in behind them, going forward there towards the lead, War Dancer, a length further back, moving up on the outside, Merry Lad, followed by Worry Sand, Just Sterling behind them, Coal Tar making ground, Scrupulous Fighter in behind them, followed by Constant Voltage, a length further back to Great Concept, who's lost his posse, a length and a half then Dual Honour over on the outside of Bullwinkle, and last of all Fonzarelli. On the home turn, Burra Hill lad, War Dancer, and Power and Glory make a line of 3 as they straighten up clear of Just Sterling looking for a run. Worry Sand running on pretty well behind the Merry Lad, and coming down the outside, Coal Tar. Great Concept is a long way back as they come down with 250 metres left to go. Merry Lad over on the outside, one of the leaders here. Coal Tar Cultar finishing on it. Worry Sand bursting through in the centre, takes the leader. 100 metres left to go. Worry Sand is clear of Cultar, and Great Concept down the outside, flashing home. Worry Sand just in front of Cultar as they hit the line, and on the outside, Great Concept. It's a three-way photo. Great Concept, Cultar, Worry Sand, a line of three as they go over the line, just ahead there of the Constant Volage, followed by Jewel Honour, and back in behind them a bit further back, just Sterling Fonzarelli, followed by Bullwinkle, War Dancer, Burra Hill Lad, Power and Glory, Merry Lad, and last home Scrupulous Fighter. Terrific finish here. Looks like Great Concept may have even got up. In fact, he has. On the outside, grabbing the other two in the shadows of the post. That's been a huge run, because he was dropping back, as you saw there, just before the home turn, and he's come down the outside like a rocket to pick up Worry Sand and Cultar. And there's the official photo with Great Concept right over on the outside, finishing very strongly to score at $4.90 and $1.80. Great Concept getting up on the outside in the last couple of hops to score. Great finish there. Great Concept just getting there ahead. Just check these placings for second and third. Number one's got second. Cultar is second, and number 7 is third, Worry Sand. So all placings are 4, 1 and 7 in the Nissan Forklifts Welter Handicap. And here's another shot of the finish now. Worry Sand had burst through in the centre to take the lead at this stage. He looked set for victory, and then the challenges came. Cultar was inclined to duck in the final stages of the race. Probably has thrown the race away because of that. And then Great Concept, who was giving the leaders a long start at the 200 metre mark, has finished very quickly and has grabbed them in the last hop to score. Number 4, Great Concept. So Ray Coombs a winner yesterday at Mornington with Tommy Tune, and now he scores. Great Concept's head just about to come into the screen, and there it is. Great Concept. The one on the outside getting it from the one in the centre, and Worry Sand, the brown horse, on the inside third. 4.90, 180 Great Concept, 1 Cultar, 270, 7 Worry Sand third, 180. And Great Concept raced by N. Smith and DJ Coombs, and HRL Grey Gelding by Caraman, out of Lush Star, trained by Ray Coombs, ridden by Darren Beedman, winner of the Nissan Forklifts Welter Handicap, the 4th race to...
Accelerant, 452.60, the trifecta 55.30. Moonee Valley Harness...
Gaffer, by the way, in race 6 is Mick Aspinall replacing Glenn Collis. Glenn's gone off for X-rays on that right.
Olympic pool's about to come up. Olympic pool goes in. The riderless one is Tearful. Tartan Road to come.
1, 2 Cornwall Queen, 8.80. Number 3, Only a Lady at 7.90. Snard Aim at 19. Number 5, Malinti, 11. 6 Lady of the Pines at 17. Number 7, Kensington Palace, 3.20. 8 Raining Bell at 15. Gimmick, 73. Fuss, 23. Iguazu, 49. 14 for Regal Sachet. Graceful Emma, 83. Sandy Darling is 102. And the late mail is Kensington Palace, to be ridden by Damien Oliver, a fast finishing third in the Wakeful. As we go back...
The fillies are on the track, and I'm joined by the Group 1 winning trainer, Clary Connors. He had Encounter on the weekend and looking for a big race double today, Clary.
Yeah, I am. This filly's a lovely filly, you know, and if she can win this race, it'll be terrific after winning the Flight Stakes. She's done the 5 starts in a race, which makes it a bit hard for her. She's still new. Getting around Caulfield is going to be a bit hard for her. But, you know, if she handles the track, she'll be hard to beat.
I tell you what, she's been very well supported in the betting ring, so there is a lot of confidence around about Only a Lady.
Yeah, well, the Flight Stakes is usually pretty good form for a race like this, you know, and as I say, if she handles Caulfield, I like to join inside a bit closer than I have. If she'd have joined in closer, I'd have been a bit more confident. So I hope the money's right. It's not mine, but I hope whoever's done it's right.
They're scoring up at Canberra. Nist also will report that Kensington Palace eased quite a bit early, but's come back in. Clary, all the best in the Group 1.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
OK, to Canberra now for race 4, the Mitchell Tavern Pace.
Light and they're racing. On the inside, China away fairly. Forever Grant got away quickly. Lockley Eagle Hawk and Barrier 3 has flown the gate. He'll find the front all right. Lockley Eagle Hawk straight to the front, heads off China, second behind the lead. Forever Grant's going to be posted without cover in the early part of the race. Casino Rainbow gets to third on the inside there of Orion Sister as they run to the back round the first corner. Simon Gosling's back fourth last, the inside of Thomas Tank Engine. Kiss of Fire lies last at the moment on the inside of one going quickly there, Gronsky Lad. That's the order, a lap and a half out now, and Lockley Eagle Hawk, after a brilliant beginning, shows the way by 4 metres to Forever Grant, who's going to have to race outside the leader. Third at the moment, China. 1-1 is Orion Sister, then Casino Rainbow, who lies inside there of one moving up Thomas Tank Engine. Simon Gosling He's third last at the moment, being trailed up by Kiss of Fire, and last of all is Gronsky Lad. The quarter in 32 seconds as they come to the top of the straight. 9.50 to run now, and in front Lockley Eaglehawk doing it okay, leads by 1.5 metres the favourite. Forever Grant still under a good rein second. Chai to the leader's back, and Orient Sister races 1-1. They've got the judge a lap to go. Casino Rainbow fifth as they turn to the back inside of Thomas Tank Engine. Third last Simon Gosling over Gronsky Lad and Kiss of Fire relegated to last. Second quarter in 31.2. Lockley Eaglehawk is the front runner. 2 metres in front of Forever Grant. China still third, waits on a run. Orient Sister the 1-1, but on a loose rein over Simon Gosling. Then Thomas Tank Engine